Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're taking a look at what we can expect from the upcoming WWE 2K22 Clowning Around pack, as certain content has already made its way online. We have the full entrance video for Doink the Clown, plus we also have news of another star that was planned to be part of the DLC, though they've since been removed. So we're going to get into all of that, but before we do, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all things WWE 2K, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start things out with a look ahead to the upcoming Clowning Around DLC pack, as we're just a few days away from the DLC, which releases on Tuesday, June 28th. If we take a look at the content that's included in the pack, you can see that this pack has an expanded offering with 6 new superstars, which is 2 more than the previous pack. To run through the stars that are included, we have Doink the Clown, Ronda Rousey, the British Bulldog, Booker T, Doudrop and Rick Boogs. So this is a pretty mixed pack, because it contains 3 new current stars alongside 3 legends, giving you something for everyone. But what version of these stars will we actually see? Well, starting out with Doink the Clown, thanks to a new post from the official WWE Games account, we now know that we'll be getting the evil version of Doink, as the WWE Games social accounts have shared new footage showing off his full entrance. So I'll play the entrance in full so that you can check it out, and then we'll go over what we can expect from the other superstars.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 243 pounds, Doink the Clown!
So that's our first look at Doink the Clown in WWE 2K22. Next, let's move on to the other stars in the pack, starting out with Ronda Rousey, as I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that her model was recently listed on Community Creations, with this listing appearing to show her new model, though there's been a lot of speculation about it and whether or not it was real, as the listing was taken down shortly after it went viral. Based on the attire previews, it does appear to be legit, as this hairstyle and some of the clothing parts aren't actually available in the creation suite, which has got a lot of people speculating that this is most likely an upload test from one of the devs, which, if it is, then this could be the version of Ronda that we see as DLC. Moving on to the other superstars, some of the renders for the stars have been shared on the WWE Games Reddit, as a user by the name of John is One of a Kind shared 3 new renders, the first of which shows Rick Boogs in a red singlet, with Boogs' overall rating revealed as 81. The second render shows off Ronda Rousey, who you can see sporting the same attire that was uploaded to Community Creations, with Ronda's rating here revealed to be 91, which is 1 point higher than it was in 2K20. The last render shows off Doudrop, who you can see sporting the blue attire that she wore for her debut on Raw. However, it's Doudrop's rating that is the biggest surprise, as Doudrop is actually one of the highest rated women in the game at 86. In regards to the attires, as we say with Rousey, the render used for the selection screen generally tends to match the attire used for the model, though that's not always the case, as there have been a few instances where renders don't match the attire used in-game. So keep that in mind, as there is the possibility that some of these stars have been updated, or that the renders themselves could get updated, as the end of the Doink the Clown video showed off a different render for Doudrop, as this one was more up to date than the one that was shared on Reddit. Staying with Doudrop, one interesting thing that I did want to cover is this screenshot from Twitter user Nova Hill Female, as the file name used for Doudrop actually refers to her as Piper Niven, which is the name that she previously used on the Independents and in NXT, which may indicate that Piper was already planned to appear in the game prior to her debut as Doudrop. As for the other stars, based on the renders shown at the end of the Doink video, it would appear that we're getting a classic version of the British Bulldog with short hair and trunks, rather than the long-haired version with tights that was featured recently. As for Mr. T, his render doesn't really give away what his attire will be, though it's likely that we'll see him sport one of the WrestleMania attires, with either the red tights that he wore at WrestleMania 1 or the boxing trunks from WrestleMania 2. So that's a preview of the new characters that are featured in the Clowning Around pack ahead of the release next Tuesday, but we're not done just yet, as it appears that there were originally plans to include an extra superstar, as modders within the community have revealed that prior to patch 1.08, there was actually a character slot for NXT superstar Boa, who has since been removed. So this is interesting, as it indicates that Boa was originally planned as DLC, though at some point during development, the decision was made to drop him from the DLC lineup. Now, the reason that he was dropped is unknown at this point, as there's been no confirmation from 2K that Boa was ever planned to appear, though going off reports from Sports Gamers Online that claimed WWE were pushing to have Ronda Rousey added to the DLC after her last-minute return at the Royal Rumble, then there's always the possibility that Boa was dropped to make way for Ronda, or perhaps another superstar, though that is just speculation as Boa was never officially announced. With the removal of Boa, this is actually the third new NXT star that was planned, only to then be pulled during development, with the other stars being MSK's Nash Carter and former North American champion Bronson Reed. In the case of Nash Carter, he was dropped due to the nature of his release, as WWE released him following abuse allegations and an inappropriate photo that had surfaced online. Meanwhile, when it comes to Bronson Reed, the details surrounding his removal are unknown, as despite being released, a lot of the other stars that were released at the same time did still make it into the game, though for some reason Reed was actually removed, even though his character model was complete, as it's since been found hidden away in the game files. So it's interesting to see what you make of this and why you think Boa was removed. I would guess that it was to make way for someone else, though again, that's by no means confirmed. Anyway guys, that is a full roundup of all the upcoming DLC that's set to be included in the Clowning Around pack, along with DLC that could have been, but I would love to know what you make of this, so please do let me know your thoughts in the comments. So that's all for now, but keep an eye on the channel as I'll be covering more previews of the DLC over the next few days, and then I'll also have full coverage of the pack once it releases on Tuesday, so if you're not already, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on that. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.